What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Mike Drop Sports. I'm Jason. That's Sean. We're here on our live Pittsburgh Steelers pregame show. Sean, initial gut check reaction after the Pittsburgh Steelers fall to 10-5. And now it's a race for the AFC North crown. The Steelers couldn't get it done. What's your initial gut check reaction here, post-game here live on Steel City Live?
Well, it was an ugly loss, that's for sure. A tough one. These losses are always a tough pill to swallow. I found myself getting pretty upset there, but I had to really take a step back, look in the mirror, and just say, you know what? I kind of saw this coming today. Jason and I both did. That's why we said that they were going to lose this game probably. We didn't know that for sure, but that's where our gut was feeling. And, it's just frustrating, bro. And there's many missed opportunities today. I saw a lot of problems in many different areas, and I mean even special teams cost us today. So, you know what? It's not the end of the season. We still got a chance to take the North, and what all that really matters is we do good in the postseason. At this point, we got to focus on the big picture.
Amen, man. Yeah, big picture this. The Steelers are fucking destroyed health-wise, Sean. Dante Jackson out. Now Joey Porter Jr. out. Deshaun Elliott out. There's three major contributors in the back end. And then the offense is just sad. 12, 13 personnel constantly wide receivers that may be able to help you during the game, like a Mike Williams sitting on the bench, Pat Freiermuth sitting on the bench. I don't understand the snap counts and how they divvy it up there. I don't get it. The coaching, the scheme. I'm sorry. When does that have to come into play and have to be blamed a little bit, my friends? I understand they're shortchanged, but some of those play calls and some of those situational things were bad. And Russell Wilson, Sean, fumbled the game away there. I thought that killed the Steelers' momentum, and they were never really able truly to get it back. Then that Minka Fitzpatrick interception late in the game, giving the Steelers that opportunity, and then Russ throws that pick six. I got to say this is the first time that I think Russ actually cost the Steelers the game. That's 14 points there. You take those 14 points off the board, things are looking a little different. What'd you think of Russell Wilson's overall performance? That fumble in particular, what'd you think about that and just the big picture with Russell Wilson?
Yeah, after that fumble, the Steelers never recovered from that. They lost momentum right then and there, and they were never able to get it back and hold on to it. There's a few points in the game where the Steelers got a little momentum, but they immediately turned around and gave it right back to Baltimore. And I just felt like it was an uphill battle the whole game. There was never a true moment of, hey, you know what? We're pulling away in this game, and it's looking pretty good. This team is looking good. It just seemed like a struggle in all areas: offense, defense, special teams. There's a lot of problems that they need to address in Pittsburgh right now, and yeah, I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned also, but hey, man, they had their opportunity, Sean. They had their chances. And I understand that, and that's one good thing we can take away from it, if anything. But man, if you're Arthur Smith and you're calling some of those plays in some of those situations, 7 times they ran the pitch play today, going for in weird and wonky situations, throwing a tunnel screen to Calvin Austin on 4th and 7 or 4th and 8. Like, I'm not sure what the fuck you're doing in some of these situations, my friend. What do you think about the overall play calling, man? What's your thoughts? Do you think that George Pickens being gone, being absent, is that much of a difference for the Steelers in terms of what they can call offensively, or do you think this has just been status quo throughout the year?
Man, yeah, I think without George Pickens, it's a lot harder for them. It shouldn't be this hard though. Even when he's gone, they should be able to come up with some kind of schematic game plan to get around things like that. Like it takes a team to build a dream. You don't rely on one guy, and it's been really dull. The play calling. I don't like it, bro. Like you said it yourself, 7 pitches. I said like, oh yeah, maybe 3. You like said 6, and bro, it was 7. Like there's a
Mm,
problem there, and none of them are working. We never see a big, awesome play that it's like a momentum changing play from running a pitch. Like, come on, let's
no.
be real. And I also like took away like Pittsburgh is not attacking downfield. I think the biggest play, like passing play I saw in the fourth quarter was 6 yards, I think, and
Yeah.
that's just not aggressive. Like that is conservative, and
When
you're
they
never
did,
gonna win.
Sean, When they did throw it down the field, they converted to Calvin Austin. They converted a couple times in that deep passing game. Why not try to stretch the field? Here's the thing, Sean. If you can't stretch the field, that pick six at the end of the game, what do you think Baltimore was doing there, ladies and gentlemen? They were playing up. Why? Because they were in 12, 13 personnel sets late in the game like that. You don't have to fucking respect the stretch of the field. You don't have to respect the deep game, Sean. That's why you can lean on and play those types of plays. That's the result. The pick six, that was the result of the selfishness that Arthur Smith continues to have by putting some weird product out there. I don't even know. I'm so frustrated with that offense in terms of its play selections and the way they go about it and the way they attack this thing. It's just, man, does he listen or like watch any of the fucking tape? I'm not sure what they're doing, bro. Hey, I will say this, Sean. At least you saw Najee sitting a little bit more while Jalen was getting some more of the carries. I thought that was one positive thing, bro.
Did see a lot more Jalen Warren today. It was good to see that. I was hoping he would have busted out a big long run like Derrick Henry did today, but he never did. But yeah, much more Warren. I'm sorry, I got my tongue twisted. But
It's
man, I'm sick and tired of seeing it too, bro. They need to attack downfield. And when I say that, that means throwing the ball 10, 15 yards, maybe even beyond the sticks. These guys are in
yeah.
the NFL. I was fucking throwing the ball 20 yards, 30 yards down the field as in Pee Wee football. What is the problem in Pittsburgh?
I don't know, bro. And then not attacking the middle of the field when you're in that tempo. You're not trying to use any of those drag routes, those flag routes, anything that could like get those seams and get those tight ends working. You Pat Fryermuth basically non-existent again. Honestly, I
Yep.
mean, just not really there. You don't feel his presence really at all. Only here and there. I just Mike Williams. The three times he was thrown to, he caught it and made some gains, but basically disregarded for the rest of the game. Just sad. And again, Sean, you cannot win football games in today's NFL playing 12, 13 personnel for 90 fucking percent of the game. I don't understand that, dude. I don't get it, man. What the fuck are they doing, bro, on offense?
They're
God.
losing. They're losing. They're on a 2-game losing skid, is what they're doing. And if they don't make a change, starting right now, like starting sooner than already there, like it's going to continue to happen. But I see them still getting some wins this season. I do.
Hey, the NFL gets exactly what it wanted, and everybody's already crowning the Baltimore Ravens. Boy, they're going to be so hard to beat. They're the best team in the league. You heard it on the broadcast at the end of the game. Guys,
Yeah.
this is the first time they beat the Steelers in who knows how long. It's the first time Derrick Henry's ever had a big game against the Steelers. It's the first time Lamar Jackson actually looked okay against the Steelers, but he tried to throw it away. The Steelers just beat themselves in those situations. This isn't the crowning of the Baltimore Ravens all of a sudden. Lamar Jackson still hasn't won anything of significance ever in his career. Those facts still remain here, bro. I don't get it. But hey, guys, we're going to get to the chat. Let me recognize some of you. James Bauman in the chat, DJ, Inger, Footsbig, Tom Ford, Downtown John Broadway, Craig Werlow, Joshua Shields, Walter Lemley, Kevin Lynch, James Bauman. We did that. Froggy, Christian, DJ, let me see, Robert Road, Lexi, Glock or not. My chat's a little bit wonky here. So, guys, we're going to be starting down a little bit further here. I'm sorry it got messed up. So, put your chat back in there for me. And I'm starting with Lexi. They had so many opportunities. They did, Sean. They had opportunities and they wasted them away, man. After this loss, here initially, I just want to know what your feelings are. How do you think this team can get it done? And do you think that the Chiefs will be resting players next week on Christmas Day? Do you think you see Patrick Mahomes? Do you think the Steelers can still win this AFC North division? Do you think they still get a first round bye? And what do you think happens with this football team moving forward here into the final two regular season games?
Yeah, I still feel like they can have a good seat in the playoffs. I still think they can beat KC. If KC was smart, they would go ahead and just rest all their starters like Mahomes and
Yeah.
Kelsey and
They're
all those
number
guys.
one seed,
They,
Sean,
they
guaranteed.
already, yep, they already clinched the number one seed. So why put anybody else in harm's way? And I don't think they will. So I was already thinking Pittsburgh was going to beat KC anyways prior to them, getting the number one seed today. But now, Pittsburgh's going to win KC. Like they have to. They don't have a
Now,
choice. And yeah, like I said, I don't see them like they're not done. They can still win the North. It's not over by no means at all.
no, they can still win the North, but hey, we'll go over all those scenarios. I want to see how the rest of the weekend plays out here and look at all the playoff picture and exactly see what's going on. I believe the Steelers would have to beat the Bengals. That's how I think they could win. I'm not sure exactly how that would go. I don't know if they have to win both or if just one's okay. But here's the facts, guys. The Pittsburgh Steelers have their opportunities. They've had a season in which they started 10-3, Sean. This self-destruction almost is hard to watch, man, after dropping 2 games in a row, now 10-5. A team that dominated this division for, the entirety basically of this season now falling apart. What do you think about these health issues? Do you think the Steelers are going to be able to get healthy again here? At least somewhat healthy again? Because I'm in fear of this, Sean. If they can't get someone somewhat healthy here a little bit, uh, they're not going to do shit, and they're going to end up going to Buffalo and getting beat in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they can. It's not too late for any of that. We still got guys like Pickens that are going to come back and be a huge contribution, here really soon. So it's just, we're going to have injuries no matter what, but there's going to be guys coming back, and I think Pickens is the big one. We get him back, we got a playmaker on offense that can score at any time, and and that also it pulls the safeties. It changes the whole defensive plan for any other team when he's on the field. So it's kind of it's just a little too simple right now. We're really lacking on offense, and it's showing. It really is. Since Pickens has been gone, like the Steelers haven't really done much, in the passing game. So,
No.
and he's coming
Sadly,
back.
yeah,
He'll be back soon, you guys. Yeah.
sadly, this, Sean, when you have receivers sitting on the bench and you're playing triple, double tight end sets a lot, I don't see where you can get any other wide receiver involved. I don't see how you can make this thing go when you restrict yourself to such a limited sample, a limited playbook, really, when you're in those heavy personnel sets because they don't use them correctly. They don't throw the ball to the tight ends, they ignore them. Basically, defenses are able to just tee off on the offensive line and bull rush the shit out of them and get back there.
Oh.
It is what it is. But the offensive line, in my opinion, Sean, had a rough outing. What do you think about the offensive line's performance today? And do you think that they played well enough to win?
No, I felt like Russ Wilson was out there running for his life for most of the game. Um, I did just see. I just want to say real quick. I just saw something here on ESPN that it says the Chiefs inch closer to number one seat, so they haven't secured it yet. So there may be a
No,
chance we
no,
actually
no.
get to see Mahomes. So that that
No,
that
they're secured, Sean. They're number one seed. Whatever you're reading's probably old.
okay, yeah, it's a couple hours ago, but
Oh,
yeah,
maybe I was pretty confident. I got an NFL text that said that they were secured number one seed.
I
But
saw the same thing, but I wanted to double check it after we said it, and now I'm getting otherwise. So we got a little bit of homework to do here on that
yeah,
one.
I
And
thought for sure that was my fault, man. Sorry, dude. I thought that was accurate. I thought they had it.
no, I heard the same thing. I did. I think I must have saw the same thing you did. But yeah, the offensive line, bro, they did not do a good job today. I understand the Ravens have a pretty good defensive front, but
Yeah.
man, you got to do a better job. And I saw Broderick Jones. He played an all right game, but there was a few blown plays by him too. And God, I wish that guy would clean up his game.
Yeah, I thought honestly too when they lost that fumble down there with Russell Wilson. I got to say this, man. I think that deflated that football team. You go down there, you're on to three, you're coming out of there winning or leading 14-7, momentum on your side, and you spoke about that during the game when we were texting the momentum, and I said momentum is real, and you said absolutely, and we were talking about it. I feel like the Steelers shoot themselves in the foot with that, and this football team has a hard time recovering once they lose that momentum. It's like I don't get it. It's kind of one of those weird things, but the momentum was shot right there, Sean. If you're Russell Wilson, I think you got to slide, man. You got to not be the hero. I thought that was the most selfish thing I've seen out of Russell Wilson this season.
Yeah, because he had plenty of time to do it, and he was already well beyond the first down mark. So yeah, he that was definitely selfish, and it ended up, yeah, it cost the team bad.
Yeah. Well, here's one good thing. The Ravens are still second right now in the AFC North. The Steelers are still in first place in the AFC North. Both teams 10-5. So it must go off of common opponents, I'm sure. I'm not exactly sure. I did want to mention this, though, Sean. You have the Texans who have clinched that division, the AFC South division, because it's absolutely horrible and rancid. But did you see the injury? I did post a short to their wide receiver, Tank Dell. He was brutally injured today. But man, whoever gets to go play the Texans might have a cakewalk because they don't got any wide receivers, Sean, all out with major injuries.
I did see that, man, and it looked horrible, bro. Like, my heart goes out to him and his family. Hopefully, he, has a speedy recovery. And it's just too bad to see the guys go down like that. What a great play too. He held onto the ball through that injury. My hat goes off to him, man. He's got heart.
Robert says Buffalo owns a tiebreaker with the Chiefs because they beat them head to head. Yeah, Chiefs are what 14-1 now, so they are definitely in the driver's seat here. They've clinched the AFC West. That's all done. We got to make sure that what's going on there, guys. But we'll get back into that. Definitely, John Broadway. They need to attack Glock or not, and here is the knee-jerk reactions. The fumble and interception is what did it for them, even though the defense sucked on offense. The defense I did think sucked, but Sean, they're out there a lot, bro. The offense has a lot to do with some of the things that are going on with the defense in terms of time of possession. You know what I mean? Can you see how worn down this defense is getting so far here in these last 2 weeks? I can see and I can sense and feel it, and I don't know if you can. How tired they're just looking. The injuries are starting to
Yeah.
mount up. It's just a little odd to me how bad they are just like falling off the map here.
Yeah, it's bad, bro. They've been out there. They're getting beat up for sure. They got to find a way to fix that. The offense needs to go out there and put together these long drives to give our defense a break, bro. Absolutely.
Amen, man. It's just definitely really tough to watch when you see a really good defense just get beat down and wore down, man. I was trying to find the time of possession, Sean. Here, I brought it up on my one thing, but now I can't see it. I don't know if you have it up there, but definitely they lost in the time of possession area. I can almost guarantee that. So it
Yeah.
is what it is, but. It's just one of those things you're seeing it just fall apart. We'll get to your chat questions and comments here a little bit, guys. As always, we're just kind of sounding off here a little bit, and what is just, and we're not giving no knee jerk reactions. We're pissed just like you guys that the Steelers went out there and fell apart. We're no different than you guys. So yes, we're talking about this football team. Do I think the end of the world? No, I think the Steelers losing this game isn't the end of the world, but they shot themselves in the foot, man. Definitely. All right, guys, make sure you're double tapping that screen, hitting that like button for us here on Steel City Live in our live Pittsburgh Steelers post game reactions here. We truly appreciate you stopping through. Trap 33. We had so many opportunities in the Eagles and this game, but what happens? We always are shooting ourselves in the foot. Yeah, at least today, Sean, it wasn't by personal fouls and things of that nature. We got to say this that for the first time, Russell Wilson has to own some of this loss. He cost 14 points, and the poor vanilla anemic scheme of the coaching staff has to be acknowledged also. The defense, I get, but they're worn down a little bit. They're on the field constantly. I want to see the reporters, though, when I watch the Mike Tomlin press conference, I want to see them ask why they run the toss play 7 times. I want to see them ask the very difficult questions of why they're in constant 12, 13 personnel sets. I just want to know those answers, Sean. I want to know them. Oh,
Yeah, because it happens far too often. And just they wind up in third and long almost every down. Like, I mean, every time they move the chains, they're going to wind up right back in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 9, and it's run pass. It's so vanilla, like you say.
yeah. Glock says the NFL is in an entertainment business. Absolutely. Yeah, that's why I said the script is being written. Do you think they wanted the AFC North race to stop when they're doing AFC Hard Knocks in Week 16? Hell no. They want this shit to go to the end, baby. That's the way
Yep.
they make money.
Yep. Oh man, yeah. That's the way we know it's gonna be. It's gonna come down to the very last week of the season to find out who the real winners of the AFC North are.
Absolutely, man. Charles B says, I'm a Falcons fan. That's why we got rid of Arthur Smith. I think it was a little bit of a combination of, if it doesn't work right away, you have an owner in Atlanta that's a knee jerk reaction type guy. He'll fire you in a fucking second, too. But definitely, I can see definitely why they would fire him if this is the play calling that's going on. Hervey Dunn, this season is over. Another one and done. See, that's what I can't stand about Steelers Nation, my friends. I'm part of Steelers Nation. Sean's part of Steelers Nation. I can't stand the absolute monster negativity. The minute they lose a football game, the minute there's a rough patch, that's a loser's mentality, Sean. And I get it. Yes, they got trouble, man. They got problems. But why immediately? Oh, it's over. It's over. Yes, we're going to talk about that, you and I, here on a show, because we're bringing up topics. We're going to ask, hey, do you think they can win? Do you think they can get this done? Yes, we're bringing up topics. But just to be super fucking negative, bro, it's irritating.
Yeah, that is a loser's mentality. You gotta learn as an athlete, when you play a sport like football, that you gotta fight through adversity and you gotta push through to the very end. And there is no giving up. You're gonna fight until the last play of the game, till the last second. And it's not over
Absolutely.
yet by any means. The Steelers are still in the postseason. We just gotta fight for a spot in the postseason and then take it from there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Amen, man. Just get healthy is the main thing right now, because you're seeing what a football team that's decimated by injury starts to look like. And it's anemic, it's soft, it's weak, it can't hold on to games, it flounders opportunity when they're presented to them. It's tough. All right, guys, there's almost 100 you watching. Let's get those likes up. Double tap that screen. It's free, it's easy. Double tap that screen. I know the Steelers lost, but that doesn't mean you can't give us a like here on Steel City Live and our live Pittsburgh Steelers post-game show here on the channel. Double tap the screen where you have three little white dots up in the right-hand corner of the screen. Make sure you hit that like button and share the show. Tanya Jones, I told y'all Tomlin was living in his fears. He did live in his fears. Robert Rowe, Penn State won big. They will win against Boise State before it gets real. Our Steelers better beat the Chiefs and Bengals, or they are going to Buffalo again in round one. Do they have to win both? That's the question. I got to go through every playoff scenario tonight. I have to do that. Honestly, that fumble was the entire game, ending in the first half. Yeah, but they still managed to claw their way back in. Is that something exciting for you, Sean? That even though the ball game was going not in their favor, the ball wasn't bouncing their way. Two turnovers, two fumbles on the ground for the Steelers. They weren't able to recover. But is it encouraging to you that they were able to get back in it a couple different times?
Yeah, absolutely. It shows that you got some people in the locker room that really want a championship, and that's what it takes to win a championship, is to play all the way until the last second of the game and to never give up. And that's what I saw today. It was obvious the Steelers were not going to win that game, and they still fought to the very end, and that is always a positive to take away from.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And you know what, too, Sean? Maybe this is a bright side. You're hitting your rough patch now. Maybe you get kick started again against the Chiefs, get back on that winning side of things, and maybe get yourself on a roll. Maybe your team starts to get a lot more healthy. Maybe, you know what, you're Mike Tomlin and you say, fuck it, I don't care what we are. We're just going to get healthy. Screw these last two games. We're already in the playoffs, and let's go for broke when we're inside of the playoffs. We don't know what philosophy they're going to take, Sean. Let's get back to the chat real quick. AK said a lot of us expected a loss, but how they lost is disappointing. Sean said that same thing during the end of the game. James Bauman said it before, and I'll say it again. Pat Meyer got to go. Glock, Charles B. Arthur Smith isn't the problem. I think Arthur Smith is part of the problem. I don't think there's one thing in particular, Sean, that's an absolute problem. I think there's a multitude of them. And I think
Yep.
that you got to get to work. You got to get in the lab. But what makes good TV for Hard Knocks? A loss to the Baltimore Ravens in Week 16. A 10-5 football team going against another 10-5 football team for the last 2 weeks of the season to see who's the AFC North champion. A team that's teams that split the season.
Yep.
The Cincinnati Bengals with a 2% chance of getting in. those things are exciting, and the script and everything falls right in the fucking NFL films and the NFL's lap yet again, my friend.
Yep. And you're right. There's just so many different areas where it was lost opportunities. Even Boswell, one of the most accurate kickers in the NFL, couldn't place the ball in play on a kickoff and cost the Steelers and gave Baltimore, like amazing field position. And they were where they capitalized and they went over there and they put up 7 points. Um, that was huge to me too. There were so many different areas. 3 fumbles, all lost by Baltimore, and all 3 recovered by Baltimore. That's
Yes.
3 lost opportunities right there. I mean,
Yeah.
it was all over the field today, you guys. Not just on offense, not just on defense.
Everywhere.
It was everywhere. Even
No
the coaching. An F. The Steelers got an F today in every department.
Yeah, except for I'll say maybe special teams wasn't an F. I'll say that. But they didn't cause no turnovers. You know what? Another thing that sucked too was losing Ben Skoranek. I thought him going out of the game with the hip injury was big because I thought he was really coming on. But you never saw them use Scotty Miller and try to get him the football. You never seen them really try to get it to Mike Williams. You've seen a little bit of Calvin Austin, but Van Jefferson like once or twice. Sean, they just don't use the wide receivers at all. And I'm sorry. You can't say, oh, they can't get open. Bullshit. They wouldn't have made an NFL roster if they couldn't get open. I'm sorry. I don't think that's the case. Trap Young, and let's not forget the defense was starting off slow as well. Arthur Smith definitely throwing a.
Jason got a call, you guys. He'll be right back. Yep.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I'll call back. That was my grandmother calling me. So sorry. Hold on.
No worries, brother.
Let me see if I can get back in the game here. Hold on.
We can go off the chat here while he's fixing that. So I can see. I'm just gonna go off what I see, you guys. Yeah, Dylan, Travisan, we will bounce back with Steeler Nation. Damn right, bro. We're gonna bounce back from this. I don't write the Steelers off at all. Brandon Wells Sr. agreed game was not over. No, they the very end, bro, and it's not over until the very end of the season. And Pittsburgh's in the postseason. Hey, welcome back.
Finish what you were talking about. Sorry about that, guys. Go ahead.
I was just agreeing with what some of the guys were saying in the chat. We got some positivity coming up here in the chat here. People are looking, like the glass is still half full here, and that's good to see. And that's just the way to be, you guys. Stay positive because it's only a 2-game skid right now that can be turned around. And all that matters is we get it together before the postseason starts.
That's it. Glock said, A.K. Davis, why did you expect a loss? They've had their number. I just thought that they were going to lose too. We picked them both to lose today also. We both picked the Steelers to lose. We were a little off on the score, but definitely we were picking them to lose. Robert says, the Chiefs haven't clinched the top seed yet. Okay. Well, there we know that at least. Robert said that anyway. We'll do all our research and make sure. DJ Thomas says the Chiefs will sign DJ. If we don't, they will literally use him against us on Christmas and use him to make a Super Bowl run for a 3rd year. I don't know, man. Do you go out and you sign Deontay Johnson, Sean? I don't even know, honestly.
Man,
you don't use the fucking wide receivers you got.
Yeah, I know. The guy's a cancer. Why would you want to do that? And you know what? Hopefully they do, because he's just going to bring negativity into that locker room.
No doubt. These pass plays take too long to develop. Defense is always sending an extra man. It's ridiculous. I agree, Sean. That one that they ripped on 4th down toward the goal line to Calvin Austin. If that ball would have been thrown once Calvin hit about the 15-yard mark in his route, that's an easy catch and run for a lot of yards, and the Steelers don't utilize that, Sean. It's either they go fucking 1,000% deep 4 times a game, or they go screen pass and dump little short routes. There's no intermediate game, and that is killing the Steelers, man. Killing the Steelers. And when you have a tight end room out there that's literally 2 or 3 of them on the field at one time and you don't use them, it's definitely something that's horrible, my friend. Daniel Warman, hey guys, just terrible play calling. Sorry for this loss, but like Brady said, the season is in front of them. Bless you all. Yeah, it is still in front of them, but time's running out, man. The road's becoming narrow, as Mike Tomlin would like to say. And that's where it gets worrisome. Definitely. Tom Ford, I hate to say it, but Pittsburgh let me down again. I should have known it would have happened since Mike Tomlin is the head coach. I'm worried about being in the playoffs because two teams that are playoff contenders. I don't know what that means, Trap. This season is over. Another one and done, and the Chiefs have not clinched the number one seed yet. They have not clinched it yet. Bills can still get the number one seed. Uh, it's just, yeah, I guess if they lost out, the Chiefs would have to lose out. You know what I mean, Sean? Buffalo
Yeah.
owns the tiebreaker with the Chiefs because they beat them head to head. OT would have been a different game if the Steelers got them fumbles. Love this live. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Daniel. Travel with my cousin Jim Brown. Could see how soft they're doing today. It is soft football, no doubt about it. Robert Road, the Steelers have a better conference record than Baltimore. If the Chiefs get beat by our Steelers and lose at Denver and the Bills went out, the Bills get the number one seed. John Broadway. So we are, per usual, need to tough it out and make a game of it on Merry Christmas Day. Absolutely. Sean, do you think this team has enough, man? We'll catch back up in the chat, guys. There's so many of you. We apologize. We're not going to be able to get to every single comment when it's busy. So we will definitely try our best. But Sean, Christmas Day, Steelers, Chiefs. What do you expect after this big time loss with key injuries again? Do you think the Steelers are healthy enough even to beat the Chiefs? Because they'll probably end up playing Patrick Mahomes, I would suppose, since they
Yeah.
definitely aren't secured yet.
Yeah. I think the Steelers are the team that's going to beat the Chiefs, on Christmas. I think that no matter who got hurt today, it's the Steelers' way of playing football. They can beat these big name teams. Yeah, they lost to the Eagles, but they haven't won in Philadelphia since 1965, and I didn't see them doing it either this year. But I also see them if they were to play Philly in the Super Bowl. Let's just say I like the Steelers on that game too, as long as it's not in Philadelphia. But yeah, we got the team to beat the Chiefs. It's just these Baltimore Ravens and the Steelers games, they're always the toughest games no matter what. That is
Yes.
our biggest game of the season is trying to beat the Baltimore Ravens. Like if we could have swept them and took the division today, we would have cruised. But
Yeah.
that's just not the way the cookie crumbled. And honestly, that's just not the way I saw it crumbling either. Yeah, dude, we got a
Dig
team.
deep.
You guys don't count the Steelers out right now. I'm telling you, they are still in this very, very much so.
Yes, and let's just hope for that positive energy from Sean. I'm hoping to be in that positive energy realm. This is tough, and Steelers fans take losses tough and blow up, easily, no doubt about it. All right, guys, you got to double tap that screen, hit that like button. When there's almost 100 of you, I expect those likes to start skyrocketing. It's free, it's easy. Shit is cheap. Hit that like button, double tap that screen, double tap it, double tap it. Let's get those likes up. Make sure you get us up over 30 here in the next second or two. We appreciate it. And again, if you have three little white dots, you can hit that up in the right hand corner of your screen and that will come down. Hervey Dunn says the NFL screwed us. It's facts. This season is over. Another one and done. I don't know about that if the NFL screwed us. Here's the thing, Sean. Yes, they play this gauntlet of games, which they've lost two of, and they have one left to play. We'll see if they can win that or not. But here's the thing, Sean. After this, they play like one game in 20 days or something like that, So, I mean, you get both sides. The Ravens have played this same type of schedule too. Other teams have done it. The Chiefs, other teams are doing the same thing. So, I mean, we can't just say the schedule was what, did the Steelers in when other teams are doing it and they're winning ball games still.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And each and every week is going to bring injuries to each and every team. That's just the way it is in the NFL. It's all about having your depth and having people step up. In Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin, another Tomlinism is next man up.
Next
And that's
man
where
up.
we're at. Next man
Yes.
up.
I have this to say though too. Dermonte Casey on that one pass play for a touchdown. I believe it was the Zay Flowers. Literally got
Yep.
froze and stuck in his shoe.
It was. Yeah. That was dude, KZ was giving up some big plays.
Yeah, he got smoked there, man, with the big play. It was tough. And then you saw what you call it, Cam Sutton and
I think Jason's dealing with another phone call, you guys. Oh,
I'm
he's
back.
back.
I got to put this on Do Not Disturb, man. I had it on there once, but sorry about that. But that one play too, where Minka stayed with the running back out of the backfield, I believe, and Sutton was supposed to get Andrews, and he blatantly fucking stood there and didn't go there. He messed that assignment up. I think that those things have to be cleaned up, Sean. And I understand you're shortchanged in the back end of the secondary there. I understand that, but schematically, they got to be better, and they got to be better in the film room, in my opinion, because you can't have those miscommunications not this deep into the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like that's kind of one of our biggest points of interest right now on our defense is the safety and the way they've been playing. They're supposed to be helping out these linebackers by covering these tight ends, and I saw a lot of missed opportunities in that department today as well.
Yeah, no doubt. G Stack says, I believe the reason why they run 12, 13 personnel is because the tackles are atrocious. Is that why you think they do it, Sean? Just because they're helping with blocking? But it's very predictable, and I think you need to spread it out. And I thought you saw in some instances this season, Sean, when they do spread it out and they do use the short to intermediate game and they do use drag routes and they do those things, they have success. So why not
Yeah.
use it? Don't hold the ball for 500 years. Don't try to take a deep shot every fucking time. That helps, bro.
You only need 10 yards at a time in the NFL to make a big play. Anything less than thou or more than thou is kind of it's you're playing a game at that point. But the main thing is you just got to move the damn chains. And like you're saying, don't go for these huge plays down the field where anything can happen. Run a 3-step drop back and fire the ball across with a receiver running a slant and see what happens.
Yeah, no
Because
doubt.
usually it's going to be a first down.
Do something. Kevin Lynch says, I tell you something else that's getting old, running the ball on first down with Harris for a 2-yard gain. Seems
Yeah.
like we were running the ball better with the backup center. Yeah, we were running the ball with the backup center better because you were playing shittier teams, that weren't really that good. You're playing better teams. And Zach Frazier, I got to say, is still playing lights out, still playing phenomenal. He's definitely not the issue. But this is something also, Sean. You have two rookies on that offensive line in McCormick and Zach Frazier that have never played this much football ever in their entire lives in one season. That does come into play, but you need them to dig deep, brother. Do you
Yep.
think the rookies can still continue to get it done?
Yeah, I do. And they did a pretty good job for being rookies, today. And hopefully they took something from this game today and got a little taste of the AFC North Division rival games. And you need to take what you learned with this today and move forward with it and progress and do better and do that each and every week. And that's what makes great offensive linemen. It's just you got to get the experience under your belt and learn from these damn things.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt.
Oh shoot, we got another. Damn, bro, you got to get that damn button on there. No,
I
do
I
not
have it on.
disturb.
I have it on Do Not Disturb. I don't know why it keeps doing that. We are busy though too. When there's a lot of people on here, it's like any little thing messes it up. So definitely we'll keep on rolling. If the Steelers match up real well against Buffalo, if this is where we go, let's just get healthy. Yeah, no doubt. Mark says 2 timeouts in 2 minutes and we punt. Coaches gave up. They're making the Steelers soft. Harvey Dunn, the NFL screwed us with our schedule. It was just too much to overcome. Injured at the wrong time every year. We can never go into the playoffs healthy. Yeah, again, guys, other teams are doing the same thing. It's just not the Steelers. I can't get on board with that schedule conspiracy. It is what it is. I think the NFL has some hands in things sometimes, but it is what it is. Rock says NFL wants safeties. Safety for players, 3 games in 11 days. Money, money, money. Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier. Somebody says, bruh, we suck. Dude, I'm sorry, guys. Why, Sean? Why is it that fans lose their mind over any fucking little bump in the road, bro? Why?
I'm just gonna go out on a limb to say it's inexperience. You guys, you got to learn the game, my friends, and just
Relax.
learn not to panic so early in the season. Well, it's late in the season, but there's still some time.
Yeah, I can see nitpick. Hey, pick your team apart. Talk about the problems. Talk about the issues. But we suck. We won't win a game. It's horrible. One and done. Like, nah, get out of that. Get out of that. Stay in the fact that we can, hey, We have issues, but what's the winner's mentality? We get back to work. We get in the lab. We get ready to work next week. We go now and put our attention toward the Chiefs. You brush this loss off, man. I've been part of many teams, Sean, to where you have these bad stretches and you lose. And I'm talking many different sports. But you know what? You suck it the fuck up and you get back on the bike and you start pedaling down the road, my friend. That's what you got to do if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, brother.
You got to live and learn, man. You live, you learn, you adjust, and you get back out there on the gridiron and fight for success. And you never
Yes.
stop trying, ever. And that's what we got. We got a team that did that today. They never stopped, even though they were going to lose this game. They stayed on the field. They fought till the whistle blew, the final whistle. We have a
Amen, man.
team, and they don't want to give up. You guys should learn from that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. And two, here's the thing, Sean. If you look at the last two losses, you look at the loss against the Cleveland Browns here just in the back half of the season, these three losses that occurred in the back half, they had opportunity to win every one of them. They were never just out of it. They never got their ass spanked. They never just got beat the hell up. And not even in Philadelphia did they get beat up and just, tossed to the scrap heap. They had opportunities. That has to give you, a little encouragement to say this, Sean. And I think this team still has this. I don't know if you do. I think that these are learning opportunities that perhaps here later when they find themselves in the same situations, maybe the ball does bounce their way in those situations. Maybe they have learned from them, Sean. Maybe they understand what to do then.
If you're going to go on a 2 to a 3 game skid, right now is the time. So, you know what? The Steelers have done what they needed to do so far this year to get a spot in the playoffs. Now they're skidding on their face a little bit, but they got some time to make adjustments and fix these things prior to going into the postseason. And I
Yes.
have faith that they will.
Yes. Sterling Elston says this, and I got to give it to him. He says, Steelers still going to win the Super Bowl. Tom Ford says, you still got to play for that home field advantage. You just don't give up. I don't
That's
think
right.
you give up. No. Here's the thing, though. Honestly, you can't take too many more injuries. So I think you need to start playing the roster around a little bit. I'm not saying you give up, but I just think you may need to make sure and ensure you have some of these players available because if you don't have them, you won't do anything in the playoffs. I don't know, but those turnovers by Russ killed it, no doubt.
Yep.
DCY4 doing the Eagles thing. Sadly, they're going to be bitten by the curse of Myron Cope. James Aries, I hope they keep Justin and go younger next year. Feel like we've seen all we can get with this. I don't know, dude. Yeah, Russ made a couple mistakes, but Russ hasn't been the reason that we've been bad. Yes, today he cost us, I think, a big time. But he made some phenomenal plays getting out of the pocket. He made some plays. Just sometimes it doesn't go your way.
You can't be great each and every week of the season. You're going to stumble. You're going to fall down. It's all about how you get yourself back up off the ground, dust yourself off, get out there and finish the season. You got to finish. They're not going to give
Amen.
up.
Amen. All right, guys, if you're in here, there's almost 100 of you watching live here on Steel City Live. I'm Jason, that's Sean. You need to hit that like button. It's free. Beat the shit out of that like button. It's free. If you want creators like this to continue making content, don't sit there with your thumbs up your ass. Hit the like button and make sure you're supporting the show. That's the way you do it, man. Hit that like button, double tap that screen, hit that like button that way, or hit the little drop down box. Shit is free. Shit is cheap. But when you don't hit the like button, then people like us here at Mike Drop Sports can't continue to always bring you content because you got to help us move forward. So hit that like button. We truly, truly appreciate it. And as I gave that spiel, nobody hit the like button. Man, whew, that's tough. That's tough, man.
I would
Bunch
hit
of
it
people wanna
again.
watch. Me too.
But
I would hit
but
it
it would
again.
take it away. I got to leave my like there the way it is,
Yeah,
bro.
it's the best fucking show on YouTube, bro.
You know what? Even after a fucking whooping like we got today, a loss, we still get our shit together. We come on here to talk football with you guys. That alone deserves a like. And you know what? We appreciate you guys being here no matter if you like it or not. Just engage with us and talk football because that's what it's all about.
You know what, though's crazy? You see all these people in this chat on social media that I have up here. The Ravens are going to win the division. The Ravens are the greatest thing ever. The Ravens are this. The Ravens are that. Fuck, they were just happy that Justin Tucker hit a fucking field goal today.
You guys got to win finally. That's something to be happy about. And you know what?
Yeah.
Congratulations to you, Baltimore Ravens fans.
Yeah.
You get to live in the moment. Merry Christmas, for
Yeah.
real. I told myself I'm gonna take this loss like a man as a Steelers fan, and I'm not gonna lose faith in this team.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you guys, man, for real, and welcome to the playoffs. Even though Pittsburgh was there before you.
Yeah. And let's just face this: the way the Steelers played the Ravens today, totally unhealthy. Totally just behind the 8 ball roster wise. They still had opportunities to beat the Ravens. And a third time in a year, it probably wouldn't be a very pleasant thing for Baltimore because the Steelers would just probably win. It's just the way it's went. It is what it is. And congratulations, Lamar Jackson. You got your second ever win against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and you've been in the league now. You're a second contract guy. Congratulations, bro. You're a second contract player, and you finally beat the Pittsburgh Steelers for the second time, man. What do you want? A damn cookie, bro. What the hell? Hit the shit out of that like button, my friends. Double tap that screen, man. We get 60 likes on a regular day. This is a game day. Let's get our shit rocking and rolling here. Again, guys, we can't get through all the chat. We'll try. I'm down at the bottom again. Tom Ford says, I think your best show on YouTube, and I do try to hit that like button. Well, thank you, Tom. We appreciate you, brother, each and every day. Always being in the chat. Keith says, GT, we good, brother. You so happy? Celebrate now while you can. LOL, the choke is coming. Lamar Jackson still didn't win anything. Why is he still just the talk of the town, my friends? He's never won shit, dude.
Hey, you know what? He's having his best career of his season. I mean, the best season of his career. I'm sorry. And he's another NFL MVP front runner. He's great, but he still doesn't have any hardware.
Dude, I got to pause you, Sean. T-Ron Barnes. Now y'all blaming injuries. Y'all sore losers. Well, here's first fucking thing here, dictard. Learn how to speak in real sentences. Y'all. I don't do that shit. Here's another fucking thing about this shit, my friend. You're talking about blaming injuries? Yeah. Dude, I'm not blaming injuries. A loss is a loss. Look at your record since 2020 against the Pittsburgh Steelers, Dick Peter. Just
you know
saying.
what? Can I remind these Baltimore fans, or at least that one in particular, that you guys last year when the Steelers beat you guys with Mason Rudolph, what did we hear you guys say? What were you guys saying? You beat our secondary. Yo, that wasn't Lamar Jackson.
Second string.
So it does matter who's on the field. So either way, bro.
It's all good when they do it, but hey, we're not sore losers here, buddy. A loss is a loss. We beat your ass so many times, it becomes old. We got to give you a win because a rivalry isn't a rivalry if it's always one-sided. Like, fuck, you never win.
And congratulations. Live in your moment, bro. Enjoy it because season's not over yet, buddy.
Soak it up. Enjoy that moment. I'm just saying, when a rivalry is one-sided, it's not a rivalry, my friends. Just saying. And you haven't been very good in this rivalry for a long time. And I don't know how they call it the league's best rivalry. It's the best ass beaten by the Pittsburgh Steelers over and over and over and over again. And you finally get one win, and now you want to act like you won the Super Bowl with a $52 million quarterback that has never won shit on his second contract. And this is only the second time he's ever beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. The math don't math, my friend. You can't talk shit until you've done something. And you haven't done anything in the city of Baltimore. I'm just saying. All right.
Can't argue that, buddy.
No. When you can't argue, you can't argue. GT, what's the stat Stephen A said on first take? Steelers haven't scored 30 points a game all season. What are you talking about? Do these people watch football, Sean?
Bro, this is pure
flag, Sean.
Yep, I knew it was coming. There it is. Somebody finally got flagged, bro. That's what's up.
What do you mean haven't scored 30 points all season? Do you watch fucking football? Quit coming on shows, making comments when you don't know what you're talking about. Just saying.
God, I have half a mind to put you in timeout for that one, bro.
Yeah,
maybe a flag should equal a timeout.
I hope he typed it in there wrong. I hope we're taking it wrong because what you said is stupid. DJ Thomas, Steelers are still a playoff team no matter what, but this should give a good look of what the big games will look like. It could be, DJ, could be. Ravens suck ass, Kieran. Just go back and enjoy your party or whatever you got going on. Yeah, no, I'm not mad. I'm never mad. I wouldn't be mad. We was already a lock for the playoffs. Don't forget that, my guy. Okay. Keith, Lamar choke in the playoffs. Jackson, what have the Steelers won? I'll wait. 6 fucking Lombardi trophies. What do you mean? What have they won? I'll wait. 6 fucking Lombardis, bro.
God, really? Like somebody actually wonders that, huh? What has the Steelers won? They're one of the most storied franchises in the NFL, my bro.
Yeah, I'll gladly wait. What are you talking about, bro? They're constantly competitive. They beat the shit out of the Ravens every year. Usually sweep the Ravens. The Ravens have like 2 wins against the Steelers since 2020. I don't know what you're talking about. What have the Steelers won? Lamar Jackson didn't even win the fucking KY Jelly Bowl in college. What are you talking about? What has he won?
Hey, GT, when's the last time the Baltimore's ever even won? Is it like the year 2000? Been over 20 years? And then you're talking all tough. You guys finally get a win against Pittsburgh. Yeah. And it's been how long? Bro, come on. You got to check yourself. Pump your brakes.
Yeah, pump your brakes. If you want to have good conversation, come in and have good conversation. But don't talk shit and then not be able to back it up. And celebrating a win for the first time against one team in, God knows how long. Mark says, y'all disrespectful Lamar Jackson. You'd start him in a second if he was on your roster. I wouldn't want Lamar Jackson. Sean, I'm pretty consistent with that. I've been talking like this about Lamar Jackson forever, my friend. You know that. The people that come to the show know that. Lamar Jackson's never won anything. Is he a good dude? I think so. I think he's a stand-up guy. I don't think he's a bad guy. But he's not a big game quarterback. He's not. Period. How many Super Bowls has Lamar won? I'll wait.
You
we
guys,
can't even listen to him.
This is too much fun. You know what? I'm in a better mood than I thought I would be after a loss. You know, it's because I'm just not worried. I'm not worried.
When you get stupid people in the chat, it makes you feel like so much better. You know what I mean?
I feel a little bit smarter about myself.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't feel as dumb. Christopher Walters. Steelers will be playing Houston or Chargers first round. Yeah, you never know. Oh, God, let's go. No, we won't repeat that. Quit putting in the chat. You're mad, dude. Jennifer. It becomes annoying after a while. We read it the first time. I'll read your comment. I ain't scared. Come on. We won't read that because I think Barack Obama's a dick beater. Keith says Lamar is good, no doubt. Just saying he hasn't won playoff games. Nope, never. Russ will not do it. Call up Big Ben. Shut up. Let's get down to the bottom of the chat. Are we still winning the division? Hell yeah, we are, Sean. Hell yeah.
Damn right we are. This, like I said, this season's not over yet. Yeah, Pittsburgh's on a 2-game losing skid, but dude, this is the time to skid if you're going to skid, and we got time to fix this.
Sean,
welcome to the playoffs, Baltimore. Welcome. Sean, we've already been there.
Look in the comments. Third one from the bottom.
Browns have 8 titles.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the front door. We're talking Super Bowls, real championships. We ain't talking shit that they played with a leather helmet and shit and didn't even really have a real league. The NFL wasn't even a fucking thing. Come on, bro. The Browns have 8 championships. Shut up, dude. You had 8 quarterbacks this year. Maybe is that what you're talking about? Oh my God. Thank you, Karan. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. We talk shit, but but honestly, I will say this, and I want to say this. We get amped and talk shit, but Sean and I are very respectful. When we do this, it's not to be a dick beater to anybody. We're not being an asshole to anybody. We're just having fun, and I hope you guys are too. So make sure you're double tapping that screen, hitting that like button for us here on Steel City Live Pittsburgh Steelers post game show. We're going to be getting out of here in a minute. Again, we appreciate almost 100 concurrent viewers the whole way through the show. So make sure you're hitting the like button. It's fucking free, guys. I don't know why you're not. It makes me kind of ill that you're not. let's hit that like button when we pour out our heart and soul for you guys. Make sure you double tap that screen. It'd be much, much appreciated. But anyway, let's keep going, Sean. I'm just jacking their wires. But closing thoughts here on week 16, Sean. Give me some of your closing thoughts, and then I'll give you mine.
First, I want to respond to GT one more time. Yes, I said earlier, and I'll say it again. It is now the time. If you're going to skid, it's going to be now because the Steelers had already went in, locked in a spot in the playoffs, and it's time to skid now if you're going to skid at all. You don't want to go into the have an amazing season like the Steelers when they went 11-0 and then had a first round exit in the playoffs. If you're going to skid, you're going to skid now, okay? And it's because we already have a spot in the playoffs. Once we get into the postseason, you got to have everything wrapped up and tight. And that's when the Steelers usually do pretty good, except for the past decade. But you know what? We still have fucking 6 Lombardi trophies, and Baltimore does not. A more
Amen.
storied franchise. But so it's not like I'm out here talking a bunch of shit out my mouth, bro. Like, I'm just trying to say, if you're gonna skid, do it now and get it wrapped up before the postseason starts. I just want to make that clear. And on an ending note, I want to say, and I'll keep saying it over and over, it is not the end of the world. We've
No.
lost 2 games, big whoop-de-doo. Baltimore finally gets a win, and now they feel like they're on top of the world. And you know what? So be it. It's their big Super Bowl. Congratulations to you. But you know what? Us Steelers Nation, especially Mike Drop Sports, we're not worried about none of this because what really matters is who gets the W in the postseason. And we're going to find out in the postseason. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, my friend.
Amen. Amen. No doubt. And thank you guys for being respectful and having fun. We truly appreciate it. Baltimore, you still suck. But it is what it is. And the Browns never won 8 titles. That's a farce. Don't believe anybody in the chat when they put that. It's not a real statistic. But but anyway, yeah. Thanks, Sean, for joining us. Sean was we weren't even going to go this long, and here we are, basically an hour. We were kind of bummed after the game with just the way things went, and we were like pissed, getting ready for the show, and we're like, "Fuck this! I don't feel like being on here for an hour." But you know what? We made it, man. We made it through. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be back for Steel City Live and our daily upload. We're going to talk a ton about this game, and then we're going to sweep it under the rug as Christmas is rapidly approaching. Sean, hopefully you'll be able to join us Christmas Day, my friend.
I will. Yes. Happy holidays to everybody. And I will see you guys live Christmas Day against the Chiefs.
Amen.
Pre-game and post-game. Let's go.
We're ready, baby. No doubt about it. And also, guys, I want to wish you all, if I don't speak to you before then, if you're not in the chat, a very, very Merry Christmas. No matter if you're a Ravens fan, a Browns fan, a Bengals fan, no matter what, we love y'all. We just want to fuck with you because that's what makes it fun. So make sure you come back. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out since you didn't hit it during the show. Only like 40 or 50 of you did. I can't really kind of see it right now. So make sure, guys, again, you hit the like and share and subscribe. And if you didn't watch it now, you can watch it later and enjoy the show. So we'll be back, man. We'll be back tomorrow. So thank you again, Sean.
Thanks for having me, Jason. Take care, everybody. We'll see you guys soon.
All right. Peace, guys. Thank you. We'll see you on tomorrow's show.